a small step towards reducing e-waste. Rohan's dorm room was a museum of forgotten technology. Old mobile phones, tangled chargers, broken earphones, and a dusty laptop formed a small mountain on his desk. Each gadget had once been precious, but now, they were just clutter. As he stared at them, a thought struck him. Where does all this go when I throw it away? That simple question echoed in his mind, louder than his music. He didn't realize it then, but that curiosity would soon turn into a movement. The next day, Rohan went to the library. His friends, Ananya and Aditya, were buried in textbooks. "Hey," he said, "do you guys know what happens to old phones and electronics after we discard them?" Ananya looked up, already typing something. "It's called e-waste," she said, "and it's one of the fastest growing types of pollution in India." She turned her screen toward him. Pictures of heaps of phones, burning wires, and toxic smoke filled the display. "Lead, mercury, cadmium," she continued. "All these chemicals leak into the soil and water." Aditya leaned back in his chair and smirked. "So, what you're saying is, this is a challenge?" Rohan smiled. "Exactly. That's how it began. 3 students, 1 question, and a growing sense of responsibility. Their research took them deep into the reality of India's e-waste crisis. Every year, India produces over 1 million tons of discarded electronic waste. Phones, laptops, TVs, all thrown away for the next shiny upgrade. Most of it doesn't go to safe recyclers. Instead, it ends up in informal scrapyards, where unprotected workers burn wires or dip circuit boards in acid to extract metal. The result? Toxic fumes fill the air. Poison seeps into the soil and groundwater. And the people handling it, often poor, even children, breathe death every day. One afternoon, the trio met Dr. Verma, an environmental scientist at their college. He listened patiently, then said, "The problem isn't just disposal, it's awareness. We don't see e-waste as dangerous because it doesn't bleed or smell, but it kills silently." He showed them a map. The red zones marked high lead content in soil near urban dump yards. "These," he said, "are the invisible scars of our digital age." Rohan, Ananya, and Aditya walked out of his office in silence, but inside their determination had doubled. A few evenings later, sitting at a cafe, Rohan said, "We can't change the whole system overnight, but we can start small. 1 village, 1 community." Ananya nodded. "We'll teach safe recycling methods." Aditya grinned. "And we'll make it fun and easy to understand." After weeks of planning, they found their destination, Rampur, a small village where old monitors propped up flower pots and children played near piles of broken batteries. When they arrived, the villagers greeted them warmly but curiously. The Sarpanch, an elderly woman with wise eyes, listened carefully.
"If you can teach us safely," she said, "we will learn."
Under the shade of a great banyan tree, the team began their first workshop. Aditya drew pictures in the dirt to explain how a single battery could poison water for years. Ananya held up a piece of copper wire.
"This," she said, "is not waste. It's a resource, if we handle it correctly."
The villagers listened, hesitant at first, then fascinated. They began to bring old wires, phones, and batteries from their homes. Children ran from hut to hut, collecting old gadgets. Within weeks, Rampur had changed. A small e-waste collection shed stood proudly near the school, a place where people dropped their old electronics for safe disposal. The streams ran a little clearer. The air smelled fresher. And for the first time, everyone understood. E-waste wasn't just junk, it was power when handled right. That night, sitting under the stars, Aditya said softly,
"We didn't just clean waste, we cleaned a mindset."
Rohan smiled. "If 1 village can do it," he said, "imagine what 1 country could."
The next morning, sunlight filtered through the banyan tree's leaves, painting everything gold. The tree stood tall, its roots deep, its branches wide, a perfect symbol of their mission. E-waste hadn't disappeared, but something far stronger had begun. Awareness, responsibility, and hope. Because real change doesn't start in government offices or recycling plants. It starts in hearts, with 1 thought, 1 choice, 1 act of care. From a cluttered dorm room to a cleaner village, a spark had grown into a movement, and that movement carries a message for us all. recycle, reuse, reimagine. Our gadgets connect the world, but our actions decide what kind of world that will be. Together, we can build a cleaner, safer, more conscious India. One phone, one choice, one heart at a time.